Hello, sis. You'll be cooking and watching. Awesome. I was just telling my Daylene that she needed to turn her mic down because she was going to be using StreamYard's microphone. So she should be in here. I think her husband Tony's gonna be on with her. And she has a son. I'm not exactly sure how old he is. If he's like 8 or 11. It's hard to tell age sometimes. She said he might pop in sometime. So I've been working on trying to get the glare off my glasses, but we still have a little more work to do before we get there. So we're going to try this for an hour and see what happens. Maybe some of the Shedwares people will use a couple of devices so they can watch some of this. They got about 5 people up on their live stream, so maybe they'll pop in. We'll see. But there's plenty of other people that aren't involved in Shedwares that probably will stop by. So welcome.
Come in. Come in. Hey, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Hi, Blason. My sister-in-law is out here, free-handling maid. She is watching. So we will we'll hang on for a little while and see if maybe some of them will pop over. Did you end up putting out a little? Do you have echo? See if maybe some of them will pop over. Did you end up putting out a little? See if maybe some of them will pop over. Let's see. Say something. Let's see what happens.
So, I'm trying to mute Hale, and I'm not seeing it.
I can hear you right now. Keep talking. Let me see if I'm the one echoing.
Okay. I think it's you.
Me? Well, I went straight into
StreamYard. I'll keep talking.
Yeah, I went straight into StreamYard, so I don't even have YouTube up. I went into StreamYard. So when you went into your, did you go into YouTube first? Or, so you had to go into YouTube first, right? And then you turn it down to where you can't hear what I'm saying. Did you hear me still talking when you came in?
Yes.
So you should have been able to. Well,
yes.
Well, like when you go into StreamYard, it does a little thing where you check your mic and you say something and the mic will go up and
okay, let me see. Hello.
Okay. Or past the buffering. My sister-in-law said she watched your dehydrating video that you had.
Sorry, Gail.
Say something. Let me see if we're still echoing. Am I still echoing when I talk?
It is, yes.
It is?
Huh. Really bad.
I don't know.
Yes.
Let me mute myself for.
I can try to go in and come back out. I don't know if you can hear me now.
I can hear you. Am I still echoing?
I'm echoing. It's me.
Yeah, let's try that. Let's try you go out. And when you go out, I think you're gonna turn your YouTube volume down on your YouTube.
Okay.
And then it'll do a little mic check, and that's when you'll be able to hear. You're using the mic of StreamYard. I think that's how it works. Let's try it. Welcome, Flavors and Textures. We're having a little trouble with our mic, so MontysnMotion went out and they're going to come back in. Okay, am I echoing? Freehandly made and Flavors and Textures. Are we echoing? You say something too, Jaylene. Uh-oh. Now we can't hear you. Oh, it says your mic is muted. Let me try again. Unmute mic. Oh. That's a mic.
Okay, how's this? Can you hear me? Am I echoing? I can't hear
Can't
you.
hear anything now.
Can you?
Hello, hello.
Oh my goodness.
Am I echoing? Okay, so Flavors and Textures and Freehandly Made. Are we echoing? And then you say something.
Are we echoing, guys? Can you hear me?
Hello, hello.
Can you
Okay,
hear us?
that looks better. Welcome, Indiana Backyard Gardener.
Can you hear me? Is there an echo?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you. They said no echo and they can hear us.
Okay.
And they said it was better, so that's good. So we got four people right now. We have 4 people in the chat right now. So
Wonderful.
I guess yeah. Well, I guess we can get the kinks out, and then if we need to reschedule it. But yeah, a lot of the people are over there in Will It Grows Live. I didn't know he was going live, but we scheduled this like a week ago. So, but I guess they couldn't see that. We need a place where we can put that we're going to live all the people in Shed Wars so that people don't like get into other people's time or whatever time slot, because his normal time slot is Friday night at like 8 or 9 o'clock at night. So, and I don't normally have a time slot. I don't usually schedule. I usually do it random, but I don't do it against anybody that I know. But it just so happens he decided randomly to go live, and I happen to be already scheduled to go live. So are you guys still planning on joining Shed Wars? Did y'all make your decision on that?
So I can hear you echo. I haven't done this before, so it feels so weird. I would like to. Our place is so small, which we've talked about before, Gail. We are gardening on basically I don't know, the deck is small on a deck, right?
Are
But
you in
we
an
use
apartment building?
many planters and different things that we plant in instead of like a real garden space. So it's fun. I mean, we definitely would have a lot of tips on just unique gardening, and you can grow in all sorts of things. You don't have to have a traditional garden.
Right, and I think that's what they want. They have everything from almost the commercial farmer like Lala Farms and Wash Farms all the way down to the person who's just in a very small. I think I looked at some places and they were literally just like in their driveway. They had just like pots and stuff. So I think that there's a big range of different, like mine's backyard gardening. So my sister-in-law here just inherited a piece of property in Montana. So she has these gated gardens because there's literally doe eating in her front yard. So they have to gate
so
it off.
pretty.
Yeah, it is. It's a very pretty area. So I know you said that you work in marketing in a hotel. Is that right? Daleen?
Gail, it's echoing. All I hear is like 3 conversations right now.
Oh, I'm not
So I'm
sure.
getting your like three conversations, unfortunately.
Instead of just one. You said you were in marketing
I work
at a
in
hotel?
sales and marketing, yeah. And Tony is a private chef.
Oh, okay. That's what my brother-in-law does. Welcome, Craze Family Homestead.
Yeah. How do you see, Gail, who's in here? Do we have a chat area where we can see that? Oh, I see it now. I found it.
You found it? Yeah, the comments. Yeah.
Yeah,
Welcome,
look at all
Kimber
these
Baker.
people. Hello, everyone. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, they started showing up in here. So we have Indiana Backyard Gardener, Freehandly Made, Twin
I
Brook Acres, Flavors and Textures, and Amy at Craze Family Homestead.
I feel silly though because my echo, I mean, maybe I'm not echoing so bad for them, but it's really horrible for us because there's 3 conversations behind when I talk and I'm not hearing your question each time, Gail.
Yeah. Oh boy. Are you guys
I'm
hearing
so
an echo
sorry.
on when I talk or when she talks? I'm going to see what they say.
Oh God.
We've never had the problem with echoing before, have we?
No.
Of YouTube volume.
Is somebody on a phone and a laptop at the same time?
Are you on a phone and a laptop, or just?
No, I'm going through every possible spot here that I can find. I think this might work.
Oops.
No, we're not.
I lost your picture.
Let's see. Stop cam is when you want to go when you don't want people to see you. Like if you're picking your nose or something. Just kidding. I don't know. There's some people that do that. They do that, and you're like, wonder what they're doing that they hit stop cam on. But I've never had problems with echoing before, so.
Well, it's almost like there's a delay in the conversation, like the 5-second delay that actually plays on screen. We're getting that, well as the current conversation.
Huh. That's weird. Because that makes it sound like you're on 2 different devices or something.
Right.
So.
But we do not have another device up. And and then I tried to allow because I want.
It might be buffering.
Yeah, everybody keeps saying, make sure her YouTube volume is down. That's what all the comments are. Maybe we need to take you back down and let you get all the way out and turn your YouTube volume down. I guess it'd be the volume on your phone. Wouldn't that be right? The volume on your phone would be your YouTube volume.
What
And
about
then,
that, Gail? Oh, I think I got it.
yeah, now you need to hit your
Oh,
stop cam so you can come back up.
holy smokes. Okay.
There. Oh.
Oops. Send her another link. Oh,
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead and tell her to hit on the link if she can hear it.
Okay, Monty's in motion. If you are in the house, turn the volume down on your phone and click on this link, and then when it does a mic check, you should be using StreamYard's mic. Cooking and listening. Thank you. I didn't know if anybody was going to show up for our live tonight because Will It Grow decided to go live at the same time. I guess, randomly. So he has about 5 people pulled up on his StreamYard right now. So
That's messed up.
I don't think John meant to go live at the same time as me. So, but he did. Multitasking, yes. I was trying to get ready for tonight, and I was listening to Lori's tech session at the same time. I was, fixing my hair and putting on my makeup to make sure, I looked okay to be on the camera here. So it says we have 9 right now on the chat. So I don't know if MontysnMotion is still in here. Let's see if she's texting me anything. Oh. Jules. Yeah, I think they realized it after they had already started. So at first I was beginning to believe nobody was going to be here. But now we're having trouble with our guest because now it's saying, oh, here it is. Okay, here we go. Let's try this again. Now, when she comes up, let me know if you can hear me in echo or her in echo.
Hi, everyone. Can you hear me?
Hello, everyone.
Is that better?
I don't hear myself now.
Awesome.
Oh my goodness. Yay. I think we did it. Did we do it? Am I echoing horribly?
Anybody? Adrian, Amy, Denise, is anybody tell us if either of us are echoing or?
Is it better? Thank you,
That is
Adrian.
great. So, awesome. Good.
Yay.
Yay.
So fire away. I'm so sorry. All I could hear was myself repeating over and over behind me.
Is that what you did? Turn your YouTube volume off and then go back in? Is that what happened? Or your
somehow it was telling me my mic wouldn't access through, like it was a weird mic thing. And then I think I went in the wrong way. I went back out then and turned my YouTube mic off. But somehow when I did it the first time, it connected that mic. I don't know. I'm not the best tech person.
Yes, I'm not either. This is think about my 4th time in StreamYard. I think this is about my 4th time. New Year's was the first time. Then I did another one with Jason Avers, and then I did my sister-in-law, Free Handling Maid, and then so this is my 4th time in StreamYard. So New Year's Eve was my first StreamYard Live, and I was going on just to test it out because I was supposed to have Micro Farmer on. Hi, and he was supposed to do a giveaway, so I wanted to test it first, and I ended up being on there for 6.5 hours.
That's a long test, Gail.
Yes. Well, Lori's World wanted us to wait until Canada went and had their New Year's Eve thing. So that's how we ended up staying until 2 a.m.
That's awesome.
Shortly after that, though, I just ended the broadcast and kicked everybody out. I was like, I'm tired. I'm going to bed. You guys are going to keep. And there was just a bunch of men talking. They say we talk a lot, but they were the ones just blah, 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 blah.
You cracked me up.
Yes. So February 15th is the deadline for the entry, your Shed Wars entry. And it could be just like a 2-minute video where you just tell them, hey, this is my channel name, Daylin and Tony, and we're going to grow, and you show them your space, maybe you show them some seeds or some old gardening videos or some of your pictures of your vegetables if you have anything like that. I just tried to gather together what I could because I wasn't in Shed Wars last year, so I didn't have a lot of pictures of that. So I just tried to gather together what pictures I could do to throw into my video, because I pulled my garden up right before I left to go visit my sister-in-law in Montana because I didn't want anyone to have to take care of that. So I definitely think you guys could do shed wars. It looked like you guys were growing some pretty good vegetables there.
We grow tons of vegetables in pots, different plants. I'm echoing again. This is frustrating. But our biggest harvesting would be like fishing, hunting. We go for mushrooms, all sorts of berries that we harvest that are just on our property, or we go out. We're right by the coast. We're in Depot Bay, Oregon. So we have plenty of wildlife to hunt, but I wasn't sure if the hunting actually had to be on your own property or if you could get
No, it doesn't
permits.
matter where you get it from.
Okay.
I mean, as far as shed wars is
Right.
concerned, it just has
Okay.
to be in the time frame. I believe the shed wars starting date for the Northern Hemisphere is March 21st. And it goes through October. I don't know the exact ending date in October. I don't know if it's like the 20th or 23rd, but it's sometime in October. I don't know when your hunting season starts.
Our archery season starts in the summer, late summer, so we could definitely count that deer, whatever we decided to hunt for this year. Elk is right in that time frame too, but it has to be archery. If you're shooting with a gun, that's going to be latter October through December.
Yeah, that's the only way we could get deer here to count on our shed wars is if we do it archery, which I cannot do that. It would have to be my husband because it's
Well,
just I don't have that arm strength for that. But
you could do it. I think you could figure it out.
yeah, maybe with some practice, maybe. I tried it on my
practice.
brothers one time and it was hard. It was really hard. But I can fish. I can
Yeah.
get some fish. Every time I
We
tried to make a fishing video this year, though, since I started the YouTube channel, I never could get myself catching a fish. But right before that, though, I was catching all kinds of fish. But as soon as I tried to make a video, forget it. I couldn't get any fish on camera.
we probably put up around 300 pounds of fish. So
Wow.
I think between canning and freezing, that would probably be a nice addition to a team.
That right there is shed worthy. Right there. I mean, that's good weight there because I've heard people say that it seemed like their weight was like 200, 250, 300. So if you got that
Okay.
much just in fish, you would definitely contribute toward a team. So I would definitely make a Shed Wars entry video.
I think we shall. I think that
And
would
it
be good.
actually could actually help your channel to grow too. So that's
Yeah,
just an extra little added benefit to it because they got
right.
like 20 million views last year or something on the Shed Wars tag. So, and have you watched John's Will It Grow's rules video?
Yes,
That he put
I
out?
went in and looked at all of his videos. I've watched probably all of John's videos and Robert's new videos that he's put out, Homestead Aquarius. And I think we could meet those qualifications. It was just confirming that we could count fish and that type of stuff because
Anything you eat.
okay. And we
Anything
eat lots
that
of
you're
it.
going to eat. Yeah, anything that you're going to that your family is actually going to consume, you can
Yeah.
count. So we have Peter Dale from Australia.
Hello, Peter Dale.
Yeah, the Australians right now are doing their shed wars, so we're getting to watch some of their videos.
I've been watching I think it's Darren. I love that he gives such great tips
yeah.
in his videos. Really, really
Yes,
good.
he does. He does give some good tips.
Down Under and Forge, I think is his channel. I'm not positive the
Down
name.
Down Under Farm and Forge.
Yes.
Yes.
Really, really good. I've been watching both of those captains and many of the other shed wars that have already entered. I've watched most of their entry videos. Lots of good ones.
Hey, Blason.
He keeps poking in.
Yes, I think the challenges are cool. They are, I think when they put out the celery challenge for the longest celery, I think they were putting that out for both hemispheres. So if you decide that you're going to do it, you might try to find you some celery seed to participate in that one. So I haven't found any yet, but I will start looking when they start putting the seeds out again. So I pretty much got all the seed I need except for that.
We have quite a few seeds. You sent us some seeds. That was very, very sweet. We will plant those out at my parents' farm because I cannot, like, I just don't have the space, but they'll be beautiful out there on their farm. The azalea seeds.
Yes.
Really pretty.
Yeah, they are. They're very colorful. Good drawing for the bees, so I kind of plant flowers near different planting spots. I just have to try not to go too crazy so they take over the space, but it does help with the pollinating and all that. So
yeah,
I try
want all
to do
those
zinnias and marigolds.
Right, all those that'll help your garden so much too. Bring all those pollinators in. We did that homeschool project with the butterflies, and it was really, really a lot of fun. We're going to do a video in the spring how easy it is to order them and then just release them in your garden. That's right, Amy. It is. It's so much fun because so many people, it's all they need to do is just try. It's okay if you mess up. It's okay if it doesn't get as large or as pretty. We often think of like vegetables and fruits and those kind of things that they have to be really, really pretty. And sometimes they're not when we grow them ourselves. It's not like growing to the grocery store. So what if it's awkward shape? It's going to taste just as good.
Yeah, like my little cantaloupe, they're small, but you cut them and they're just like a cantaloupe and the seeds still will grow, I've done that before. So, maybe not as sweet as what they do in the store, but they're probably doing things to those vegetables that they probably shouldn't be doing. So,
right. At least you know what you've put into it and it's
exactly.
yours, and there's something with putting that seed or whatever in the ground, and all of a sudden it grows this beautiful fruit for you, and you get to harvest it and you get to eat it. It's really special. Hi, flour, eggs, and yeast, your new friends. Welcome.
Yes, I just got them. I just subscribed to them, and I think that they just hit their 500, and I'm getting pretty close on mine. So
You are like a dozen away. You're so very, very close.
yeah, it's pretty close. It's within like 20. So I went ahead and put out the little 500 subscriber giveaway. I can't even say subscriber without thinking about it, but anyway, it's getting close. So
Exciting.
if you want to go to the video and put a comment, then you can be entered for the drawing that I'm going to have. But I've kind of bought a few things. I'm going to have some gift cards and some other things, some surprises. So, yeah, I need to invite some people to come up with me the night that I have it. So maybe you guys can come up with me if you're available.
I would love to. I'm back to work, but I'm on that different time than you guys. So right now it's 5:25 here. So it's pretty easy. I feel bad for you when it's so late here and I'm like, oh, it's 9 o'clock. It's not even late yet.
Yeah. Well, I can stay up late. I was getting definitely tired that night though, with staying up that late. But yeah, we have in your yard. I have trouble saying that. I don't know why. Welcome.
In Your Yard Homestead. I do not believe I
Over
know
in
you.
Australia.
Oh, cool.
I think he's on Team Southern Cross. And I know his mom is Sue Gannon, which started her channel because of YouTube. So
We
she's a
will
real
check
sweet
you
lady.
out.
Yes. He says, good day. I have enjoyed having all these Australian channels to look at. I watched one of their lives where there was about 4 or 5 of them up there. And yes, he's on Team Southern Cross. So it was neat because they would say something and I'd be like, what are they talking about? And then I have to ask them what are they talking about? But a couple of them put out some videos on Australian slang. One of them was down on Boddington Farm, and the other one was I think it was Silhouette Park Farm. I think was the other one, but they were interesting.
We will check them out. Oh, I didn't even see Indiana Backyard Gardener. Hey, that's awesome. So what was the question? I see Flour, Eggs, and Yeast, which is Teresa and Cam had a question. What was your favorite destination you've ever been to? We've all been different destinations as a family. One of our favorite destinations was Alaska. We spent a month up there in a RV, traveling all over Alaska. Gorgeous, gorgeous beauty. My favorite place was Valdez up there. I can't explain driving down through those canyons. I don't think we have anyone in here from Alaska, but it truly, truly is really, really stunning. In Oregon, we're blessed with like dozens of waterfalls on every side road, but up there, the waterfalls were really, really tremendous. Beautiful.
Yeah, I think my husband lived in Alaska for a while, didn't you, babe? Yeah, he lived in Alaska. He was my husband was 6 years. He said he lived there. He was a military brat, so he got to live in New York, England, Alaska. Oh, Denise. Okay. So anyway, they got to live in some different places, so that was nice. I went all the way from Texas to Rhode Island, so that was my biggest culture shock, and I lived there for about 5.5 years. So that was totally different. Yeah, I think. Okay, go ahead.
That would be way different. Like, I mean, that's a huge difference going from Texas to Rhode Island. So definitely
Yes,
so.
every single time I would open my mouth, I didn't even get to finish my first sentence before it's like, where are you from? And I was like, Texas. Yeah. And they would always pronounce my name as Sandra, like it has a O in it. And I'd be like, no, it's Sandra from Texas. So anyway.
We didn't get to see the northern light
No.
snow.
Yes.
Summertime as prevalent.
Yes, Rhode Island is beautiful. Connecticut, Massachusetts, New Hampshire, all that area is beautiful. I got to see a lot of that. Don't forget the thumbs up, guys. Indiana Backyard Gardener reminded me. I forget to say that sometimes.
Give Gail the pretty thumbs up. Boop, 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 boop.
You know, my sister actually does the exact same position that you do, Daylene.
Yeah.
She works for a hotel doing marketing, and she's been doing that for years. And she just moved cities, so I'm gonna have to look. She's one of those almost every few years, it's like she's moving or something. So it's almost like I have to put hers in pencil or something because I'm always having to erase it. And every time I need to send her something, I have to be like, okay, what's your address? Because it's always changing. So.
What city are you in right now?
Where are you at? I know you're away from here, but.
Most of my travel for work has just been down to California or Vegas for most of it. A little bit is done in Orlando, but the corporation I work for is huge. Is huge. It's the largest in the world, so really, really big.
That's cool. It's a busy job. She just moved from one hotel to another because she was having trouble with one of her managers. They had to let a lot of people go because of the current stuff that's going around right now.
Mm-hmm.
And they were trying to overwork her, and they wouldn't let her have any time off at all. And so I think she went over to one of the kind of like sister companies, I guess. So she just needed to get away from that manager that she was having trouble with. So,
That's
but she got to stay within the company at least.
right. That's the one great thing. We have several brands, so I can make switches, or I could probably live anywhere in the world and have a job. So that part's amazing, but it's still working for a corporation, and I would still love to be full-time on YouTube, homeschooling our little guy that's 10.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't imagine. My last job that I had was working with special needs children as a para, like the teacher's helper that goes around with the kids that need help.
Yeah.
And so that was my last job that I had doing that. And one of the kids actually kind of gave me like a swinging neck hug and like pulled my neck down like that. And I got a neck injury, and I've been home ever since. And I tried another job for a little while, but I was having trouble with the standing for long periods of time. So I think I still needed a little bit more healing time. I was
Right.
trying to get myself out there too quick, and then um, so I haven't. And then all this other stuff started happening, so I haven't managed to go back to work. So we'll see for the future.
Well, maybe your time on you.
Yeah, well, I'm halfway to the 1,000 right now. So
Right.
yeah, my sister-in-law has a son that's 8 years old. I'm hoping he'll enjoy gardening with me. Yes, I think that would be nice for Z. Hopefully he will like it. One of my stepdaughters likes to be outside with me playing in the dirt. The other one, she just has her own thing she likes to do, and she doesn't really try new things much. So she isn't good at drawing though. So what is that you're drinking out of?
So it's called a cozy mug. Oh, I got to figure this camera out. Bear with me, my friends that are watching. So right there, your hand just slips in. It's amazing. So like if you have a hot drink in it, it totally warms your hand. And that's actually how you hold it. They have left-handed ones too. I'm right-handed, but you can hold it like that. I hold it like this. Pretty cool mug, eh?
Yeah, it's very neat. For a second, it looked like you were drinking out of like a vase or something. It's like, what is that?
And I think the way the camera is, it looks like I'm drinking something that's bigger than my head. It's not.
Yes, it does. It does make it look huge. I'm like,
It's not that big. It's a little larger than a regular coffee cup.
So your son likes to watch my kitty cat videos.
It's one of his favorite. We all love your kitty cat videos, really.
It's funny, the first one I did didn't do very well. But then I just kept putting them out, and then finally I had one that hit 17,000 views. And I was like, wow, that's crazy. And I've had a few others that were like 1,300 or 1,700. And it's just the weirdest things that hit that short shelf.
Isn't
You know,
it?
you can actually, it is.
It's really weird. So you think like I'll watch a short and I'm like, that was a really good, cool short. And it's like it never hits the shelf, right? It maybe gets, 50 views or something. Then you see another one, you're like, what? How's that have a 500,000 views? But it just no rhyme or reason on those, it seems sometimes.
Yeah, I thought the one where my husband threw a snowball at my face would come out as a little bit short. And it may still, but what happened was when he did that, it hit my face and I dropped my phone into the snow. But anyway, my phone ended up in the snow, and so the thumbnail comes out totally white because the short shelf has its own thumbnail. So I could go back and give it a thumbnail, and that'll show on my channel, but on the short shelf, you can't change the thumbnail. It leaves it as what it picked. So what it picked was the very last shot, which was basically white snow. So that's why you can't see anything on it. I went back and changed it, the thumbnail, but that one's not going to end up doing very well because of that.
So would it let you, because I started changing my thumbnails on my shorts, it started letting me do that about a week ago, and I
It'll let you
changed.
change your thumbnail, but on the short shelf, it doesn't show. It only shows on,
Got it.
it'll show on your channel what you picked, but the
Right.
short shelf picks whatever it wants, and that's what it is.
That's
So
how
I
it
had a
is.
good one that was bright playing, and I sped it up and put it to music, and it was really cute, but it picked a horrible picture. And that one would have been a really good one, but it didn't work because it didn't even show a picture with the cat in it. So
Oh,
I was like, oh. But yeah, I mean they're still learning a lot about the shorts, but the best shorts video I watched was Farmstead Smith did one on that. Welcome Deb's Delicious Dishes.
she has some really cute shorts with her donkeys.
She does. So that's where I learned everything that I pretty much say and quote is coming from her because she's the one I watched. I was watching her video, and then right after that, Ridge Life was talking about it as well, and so then I just started trying to do them, and then
Yeah, she's a fun YouTube friend because she's just over in Bend, so she's actually in Oregon with us, and I try to
oh,
find
she's
some other
posting about,
Oregon YouTubers.
yes, 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 yeah. She sent me one of her channel stickers, so
Aw,
I'm thinking about like taking a piece of wood and just like putting it up on there. Welcome, Karen Andreas Container Gardening.
hello, Karen. Thank you for coming.
So I think maybe we'll just try to do an hour since everybody's all over there on the, Will It Grows live over there.
Right.
I think we probably would have even had more in here if they weren't all over there. So a
That's
couple of them
okay.
popped in though. Karen and Grahan's Container Gardening. Are you planning on joining Shed Wars? She's over in New York.
Ah. I couldn't hear on your live Freehandly Made where your mother-in-law lived. I had heard it was close to me, but I couldn't hear what town you were in. So she's just in Bend. That's cool.
Yeah, I'm not
That's really cool.
in Bend, Oregon. She said.
Mhm. Is there any questions that anyone wants to ask about our channel? Our channel's so small. We have like 150 subscribers. One thing we're doing is we have a lot on our channel, which a lot of people say, don't do that, right? But pretty much if you're under 1,000, everything I've looked up and research I've done, you have to figure out what your niche is, what you really, really enjoy. And we definitely enjoy that homesteading, would love to find our property. And so we're not in this small place without land to grow the way we want to grow, but we just don't have that right now. And it's still going to probably be 6 months to a year. So we thought, we'll just do it. We'll just go on YouTube anyway with what we have. We do a lot of scenery videos, a lot of Jeep videos. We're Jeep enthusiast. Just bought our Gladiator. We're building a custom rack for overlanding, and we'll start doing that in the spring. So there'll be a lot of meals to go, different camping ideas, different tips for outdoors, things like that. Tony is the Jeep lover. We have two of them, which I love Jeeps too, but that definitely will be part of our channel.
I'm assuming she's talking about you here. Do you have a heated shed?
I don't think so.
Oh, maybe she's talking to someone else.
I would love a heated shed though. Although this is kind
Oh,
of
she
funny.
might be talking about my sister-in-law.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I would love a heated shed.
Yeah,
That
and
would,
it has windows around it. So I told her, That would be great for like a greenhouse.
So I was talking to Tony about Shed Wars, right? So this was about a month ago, and I was like, I think we should join that. I think we should do it. And he was like, okay. And I was like, do you know what it is? He's like, I get a shed, right? I'm like, I haven't seen any sheds like that. It's about growing. And so he's like, what? I don't get a shed out of this?
Very disappointed.
See, in my Shed Wars entry video, the reason I said, what is Shed Wars, over and over again is because I kept asking people when I was in lives, what is Shed Wars? No one would answer me. I mean, that probably went on 2 months before I finally figured out Shed Wars was not about sheds. It was about gardening.
Totally about gardening.
I had to finally Google it to find out Shed Wars is about gardening, about teaching people to garden. So finally I got that down and figured that out. So I think because of all the like food shortages they were having with the virus stuff going around, they wanted to try to teach people how to grow because we've had some weird weather, some different crops down in different places, and they were just going to try. I think they're trying to teach people how to grow in case something happens, that we need to grow our own food. And it really would be a lot healthier for all of us to grow our own food anyway.
It really would.
The quality of the food is so much better when it's homegrown.
Yes, it is. It is better. So
I get to grow it, and Tony gets to cook it because he's the chef,
Oh,
not I.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, there's quite a few families like that. My brother and his wife. My brother is the cook, not my sister-in-law. So I know quite a few. I know quite a few families like that. I am the cook, but I'm also at home.
Yeah.
My next adventure is going to be my diet. So I'm starting that February 3rd, the day after my birthday. So I'm going to actually go into all my different little diet things. So that's going to be a new little section on my channel. So my little fun battle with 2 weeks. I'll have to do about 2 weeks without sugar. And so I'm going to have probably like a permanent headache because I remember that from last time I did it. Welcome, Yoels, Hoppin' Hilltop Farm.
Hello, thanks for coming, Yoels.
If you guys have not subscribed to MontysnMotion, you guys that are in here, please go by and give them a sub and hit the thumbs up, make a comment, watch 2 videos all the way through so that your subscribe will stick overnight. So usually try to go over these lives and see if anybody showed up in them that I don't know. I pretty much know everybody that's in here tonight. So
I will have to go back through. I think there's only one I didn't know tonight that came in and find them.
I did have the one new one, the one that has flour, eggs, and yeast in their title. That's a brand new one. Found that one somewhere. I don't remember where exactly now, but I found them somewhere.
They're a fun channel to watch. I enjoy several
Yeah, I
of
look
their
forward
videos.
to some of their watching some of their recipes. I think they have a live coming up tomorrow night for their 500.
500.
So I think they're doing that tomorrow. So they'll be up against Lala Farm, which is also at 7 o'clock. So
7 o'clock on it.
I may have to get 2 devices going on that one. I want to support Lala Farm, because they had me on their live stream one night. So that was neat.
I get on Lala quite a bit of their lives. I enjoy going through onto lives. I think it's fun. You get to know the person a little bit more than just a video or how it's edited, or you think you might know them and then you get on your live and you're like, oh my gosh, they're so fantastic, so.
Yes, I think it's a great way to get to know people. Lala Farms, if you send them an email and tell them that you're interested in going onto their live, which is on their about page, their email, they will set you up. I think they're they're into about February right now. So you or anyone else that's on here that's under, I think it's under about 900 or 950, they will have you on their live, and it I think I got about 5 subscribers out of that, and obviously exposure. People got to get to know me and stuff like that. So welcome, David Mole Trains Homestead.
Hi, David. Thank you for coming.
Did you see his comment that he put?
Good evening. I don't know what are those lines on it.
Yeah.
You finally get to see Tony tonight. So we're going to do a live. It's going to be very random, spontaneous, probably like 15 minutes in the next week. And we're going to do a giveaway. And so there'll be a couple of questions from our videos, pretty simple ones. But whoever answers them is going to get the pretty wrapped gifts. And who knows, maybe one of these guys will be in there.
Awesome. Welcome, Patty, the Tinker's wife.
Hi, Patty. Thank you for coming in. Hello.
So maybe some of our Shed Wars community will end up catching us in the playback, because I've seen that when I had my sister-in-law up the other day. Maybe somebody else was live that night, and a bunch of them did the replay, so they might
That's
end up
awesome.
as well.
That's so awesome. Who's leaving? Bye, Indiana Backyard Gardener. Thank you. Thank you so much for coming in. Appreciate it.
Somebody said Living Miracle Homestead. Is she in here? Oh, Living Miracles Homestead's other half. Okay. I thought you were saying
Kathy.
she was in here too. So, said, yeah, I was pretty sure that David was her, I guess, husband.
Tell Kathy hello.
Yes, I haven't seemed to catch. I used to catch Kathy's lives all the time, and I'm pretty sure she has a schedule, but I don't know what it is. I need to write it down somewhere. I know she went sometime during the day, and then she had a night that she would go at night. So
She goes Monday. I think it's Monday and Wednesday night. It's different my time though, so because I'm like 4 or 5 hours different from her. So no matter what I say, it's not going to be the right time. But I know
yeah,
it's Monday and Wednesday.
Monday and Wednesday. I need to set up a regular scheduled time. I don't think maybe Tuesday's the best night, because I was trying to listen to Lori's World's tech session, and then of course make dinner for my husband, and then try to get all the computer stuff ready for this. So
Right.
maybe Monday night.
Unfortunately, I'm always working still when Lori goes live, so I always have to catch her on the replay.
Yeah, she was talking about TubeBuddy thumbnails today. I think next week she's talking about Video Pro. Is that right?
Oh, cool.
Some kind of a I don't know exactly what it was. She did one on TubeBuddy. That was interesting. I got some good information off of that. I've actually made a video on some of the things I learned from my YouTube friends that I'm going to put out tomorrow. So share the information that I've learned with other people and who I learned them from. So
It's sweet that so many people are more knowledgeable, right? And you just watch their videos, get on their lives, and everyone's in this community is so happy to help and answer questions when you
yeah,
have them and just make it easier. They want you to learn. They don't, they want you to grow. And
yeah,
I like that community.
want
It's
to
nice.
help each other. It
Right.
took a while. Like, I kept asking people what programs they were using for their editing and stuff, and I never could get anybody to answer me. Finally, I asked one night, and John was doing a live stream, and he actually answered me that he was using Video Guru. So I've tried a couple other programs, but that one seems to be the easiest to use. So I guess I'll keep using that one until I find something easier or better. but it's working for right now. So every time
I've
I try to trim something off, I end up trimming too much. So don't quite have the knack for it yet. So
Do you edit on your laptop
I
or
edit on my phone.
on your phone?
I use my laptop though to add thumbnails and add tags, change titles, some of that other stuff I use it for. So I really use both, some phone and some laptop.
I prefer doing most things on my phone, but I think that's just because that's where I'm comfortable. And
Yeah.
here's the best part. So like we have to get consistent with our videos, and I think there's some other people in this chat that are super consistent with their videos, and some other people that it's more challenging, right, to be consistent the way you want to be. We had so many things planned, and then Oregon caught on fire.
Ooh.
So literally everything we had planned to film in September and October for our channel, we couldn't. We couldn't get there. We couldn't go there. And so we just had to kind of readjust to everything we were doing. And during that mix, I just got my phone back, but I broke my phone.
Oh man.
So I completely busted the camera on my phone, and that was my favorite thing to use and edit on. We have a gimbal for it, so it takes all the motion out and all that. It's fantastic. It was not expensive. And then when I can't use that, it's like, oh my gosh, what do I edit on now? What do I do?
Yes, yes. Yeah, I don't have anything that takes off the motion. I noticed like on one of my snow videos, it was kind of like I was moving around or something. But normally I'm inside filming. Of course, I'm gonna have to get more used to filming outside because all my shedware stuff, of course, will be outside. I do have a selfie stick. I haven't practiced with using it yet, but I think I better kind of get used to it because I'm gonna have to be using that for shedwares, outside and stuff.
Well, I love our gimbal, absolutely love it. Ordered it off Amazon for like 75 bucks, I think. And it will, I know you can't tell by all of our videos because I haven't put them out there yet, but it takes all that waver out, and then you can also put it up and it will follow you. You can set the motion on it, and then it'll even tilt back and forth.
Is it a camera or like a tripod?
It's like a tripod.
Like a tripod. Okay.
Yep. And so you can use it as a tripod or just walk around with it, right?
I want to
It's
get
fantastic.
one of those that you can put on, you're not in the shot, but you put it on you somehow. And then like if you're gardening, you can look down at what you're gardening and it'll take a pictures of that. Something like that would be neat, I think, for gardening, where you can look down and it'll focus on what you're planting. I think that's good.
GoPro has the chest mounted stuff.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, I need a new tripod too. My husband had one and I lost a piece on it. So he bought me another one with a microphone, but it's shorter. So it can only be used for certain things. You really need a short one and a tall one.
It's true. Yeah. Depending, like when you're on the counter and stuff, that's what we've noticed. Having a few different tripod options makes it a lot easier.
I got so used to that tripod that now I'm kind of lost without it.
That's how I felt when my phone broke.
Yeah, like especially for like cooking, having the tall one, I could set it up and do a little example one. And then I started doing that because one time I cut my head off. So I will do a couple of minutes and then I'll go back and watch it and make sure that my head is in the shot. Then I will proceed from there. So I learned all the wrong ways to do it before I learned it to do it the right way. So
that's how we get better.
Yes, definitely. So the tinker's wife lives near you, Patty? Wendy,
She's up,
yeah,
I
keep
think,
doing
by
that. Thank you.
Portland somewhere. I can't remember what town. Patty, what town are you in? Hillsboro? Gresham? If I say enough of them, it'll eventually be one of them.
The headless home chef.
The
That'll
headless.
be our new skit.
One of them, I was all the way done, and there's no way you're going to turn around and make it again. I actually just left it that way. It's like, well, my head is not actually necessary for this, so I have one video where I'm headless accidentally, and I left it because I wasn't going to turn around and make it again. So
Well, Tony's almost impossible. So this live was good because there's only one other video that you actually see Tony's whole face in.
yeah, I think I saw that one.
Mm-hmm.
I remember seeing him in one.
But he's okay. He's getting more comfortable with it now.
Yeah, it's weird that I would be on YouTube because this is actually not within my personality. I'm not as outgoing. Like you do marketing, you're used to talking to people all day, but this is really actually not what I normally do. I'm getting more comfortable with it. Usually, if I'm not thinking about how many people are watching me, I'm okay.
It was fun watching you on your live the other night because you had said you wouldn't speak to a crowd like that, right? Like if there
No,
was 20 people in front of you, that would be
no,
like, you know.
yeah,
And I speak to probably 20 at a small group is what it would be. So typically I'm talking to 40, 50, 60 people in a day, and sometimes all at one time in a group setting. And
and
so
strangers too.
total strangers. I know none of them.
Strangers.
But getting on YouTube, I'm like, oh my gosh, that sounds so scary to go live on YouTube. They're going to be watching me the whole time, and I
I
can't
know.
see them. And I'm used to being able to see people when they're watching me, right? See their
Yeah,
faces, like, is she nuts? Or, and feel like I'm relating to them. We all have masks on right now, but at least, we're having that human contact. And this is a way to kind of fill that space. And I think it's helping a lot of people.
yes, it is. That was part of it for me is that I got the injury, and then I put out resumes, and I couldn't get a job, and plus I'm in a small town, so that doesn't help either. So finally, I just finally gave up, and then I just started watching YouTube videos, and we got chickens. So I was watching Becky's homestead about the chickens, and then I started watching some others, Homestead Tessie, and some people like some of the preppers like Alaskan Prepper, and some of those guys I was watching. And after watching Homestead Tessie for a while, I was like, if she can do it, I can do it, because
Mm-hmm.
she's always saying things wrong or messing something up, and you just want to laugh. And she probably did several takes there, but she leaves a little bit of it in. But so she kind of is the reason that I started my YouTube channel.
How long have you been watching YouTube, Gail?
Watching YouTube?
Mm-hmm.
Probably less than a year. I watched it probably a few months before I started. I started August 27th of 2020 was when I started the channel, but I started watching it a few months before that. So I consistently watched all these channels for a while, and then finally I said, if she can do it, I can do it. So I finally said I'm going to do it. Welcome, Eric Hale.
Hello, Eric. Thank you for coming in.
I'm trying to see what Patty wrote.
Oh, the tripod.
I don't know if she was talking to them. Oh yeah, she's talking to my sister-in-law there. Patty, are you one of my moderators? I think you are. If you are one of my moderators, will you put up MontysnMotion's link? Yes, she is a moderator. Because she just put up a link. I was trying to remember, and I was thinking that she was. One night when I was doing my Welcome Lori's World, when I was doing it on regular YouTube, I set up my moderators. When you're in StreamYard, you can't actually set up moderators, but you can use the ones you already have.
Hi, Lori. Thanks for coming.
I need to do a little more work on my camera. It's constantly like showing my glasses glare. It's driving me crazy. My husband's been trying to work on it. I've moved the light all around this room and I can't figure out why it's always putting glare on my glasses.
We keep looking around because the wind is, I'm not sure, it's supposed to get up to, I think, 55 miles an hour tonight.
Ooh.
And it's king tide here. So if you've never seen a king tide, it's pretty spectacular on the coast.
I'm guessing that Lori's World put your link up right there.
Thank you, Lori.
I couldn't tell because sometimes it has a little piece of, there it is. She put it up too. It has a little piece of the name in it, and so I could tell that's what it is. But yours doesn't have that. So.
And I'm a little confused on that because I switched it over in YouTube, so I need to go back in so that it actually has our channel name on it and do it again because it didn't take it.
Yeah, here in Depot Bay, Patty, it's pretty bad too. A lot of wind and rain right now.
Hello, Chicken Johnny.
Welcome, Morning Light.
Hello, Morning Light. I do not know that channel. We will check you out. Thanks for coming in.
We have 15 in the chat right now. I don't know if you can see that from your side, so I thought I'd tell you.
I can. Thank you.
Awesome.
There's the kitty.
There it is. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. Lori, I'm going to have to ask you how I keep that link as the link people find and see with the Montys on it.
Yes, that's neat. I have a cat climbing up in my lap right now.
Oh my gosh, put him on the screen, Gail. I want to see him. Is it bright?
It's kind of, no. Stephen, will you bring me one of the kittens? This is the older one, and she's getting a little more cranky as she gets older. So when you pick her up, welcome down on Boddington Farm. There's one of my favorite Australian channels.
Hello.
Down on Boddington Farm.
We just subscribed to Down on Boddington Farm a couple days ago. Gail sent us your link. Love your channel. It's been fun watching you.
This one's Miley.
There's Miley. Sweet baby kitty.
Here's the star of the family.
And this is the big YouTube star here. He's the one with all the views. Bright. He's the boy.
The eye cover, the tail chaser.
Yep. Did y'all see the one where he was chasing his tail?
Oh yeah. Love that one.
The one where he covered her eyes because I was playing with her. That one was really cute too.
So cute too when he climbed. Which one of them climbed up in the Christmas tree when you were having your live?
That was Miley.
That was Miley.
That was so funny.
Yeah, that was definitely Miley. They both came from the same litter. We have an outside kitty. She's a stray, but she's a stray. We don't call her a cat, but we've been feeding her for over a year, probably almost a year and a half. And so they both came from the same litter of kittens. So they're brother and sister. And my cat, Princess Leia, passed away last year. And I was very upset. So we were just going to keep Miley. But then after Princess Leia passed away, we decided to go ahead and keep Bright as well. And the other the other two, one of them went to my stepdaughter to her other house with her mom, and the other one we put in an ad for that one, and she's probably pregnant again, so we're probably going to have a whole new litter. So your son should have lots of kitty
Come to
videos.
Texas and get a new little baby kitty, right? Could I use
Yeah.
that as an excuse to come there?
Exactly. Welcome, the Tin Can Gardener.
Hello, Tin Can Gardener. Thank you for coming in.
He's actually doing gardening right now over there in Florida, so that's cool.
And
I'm hoping to get a greenhouse for my birthday.
That's an excellent birthday gift. Is that a mention to your husband next to you?
Yeah, he can hear me. He's in there. He actually asked me to make a list because we have our anniversary is January 17th. Then there's Valentine's Day, and my birthday is February 2nd. So it's like bam, 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 3 things. And his birthday is also March. So there's like 3 occasions for both of us. So after Christmas, we're not done shopping yet.
You start all over again.
Yes, exactly.
So
Our whole family is between November and January. So November 9th to Tony just had his birthday on January 10th. So it's all packed in there with Christmas. It's crazy.
My hubby said happy birthday to Tony.
Thank
He's
you
screaming it from the background.
Thank you.
He said
He had a good birthday. He got to eat Wagyu for his birthday. So if you haven't had Wagyu.
Say it again.
What?
Wagyu beef. It's pampered Japanese cattle.
Oh, okay.
They get massaged in beer daily, and yeah, that's
Oh yeah, they're spoiled rotten cows.
Mhm.
exactly, yes.
Yeah.
Ah, that sounds neat. That sounds awesome.
I haven't put the video out yet, but we did a video of it. It's so interesting if you haven't seen that type of beef before.
Yeah, that would be neat. I'll be looking forward to that.
You're getting all this part.
No, thank you, everyone.
Gail has the coolest birthday though, Groundhog's Day. Like, who wouldn't want that birthday? That's awesome.
Yes, when my grandfather was alive, every year he would say, "Hello, groundhog. Did you see your shadow today?" So that's what he would say. So when someone says something about Groundhog's Day, I think about my grandpa. So
That's a great birthday.
yeah, it
Yeah,
is.
a lot better than mine. I was born on March 6th, the day the Alamo fell. So, oh yeah, that was real great.
Yeah, Groundhog's Day is way better than that. How do you get a job like that? I don't know. I don't know what he's referring to. How do you get a job like that?
Sure.
Maybe he's talking to somebody else. I don't know.
Read it.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out what he was referring to. He must be talking to somebody else. I don't think that's for us. Oh, a marketing job. Oh,
Mm.
yeah. Maybe he's talking to you. Maybe he's talking about your marketing job.
So as a kid, Eric, did you feel like the fireworks for you, or did you feel gypped? Eric was born on the 5th of July. I have a cousin who was born on the 3rd, and he thought all the fireworks were for him.
Oh, that's neat. That's neat. My sister-in-law said maybe he's talking about massaging the cows.
Oh,
Get a job like that where you get massaged all day. Yeah, but you get slaughtered at the end.
right.
So I don't know. I don't think I would call that a good job. Here, we're gonna pamper you, and then we're gonna kill you and eat you.
At least you're spoiled the entire time.
Yeah, that's true.
You know?
Yeah, at least you're spoiled your whole life.
Exactly.
I
Get
think of it like our animals, right? Like our chickens when they raise meat chickens or something like that, they at least love them, or the rabbits. They give them lots of love for that time, and then they get to eat them.
Yeah, that's how Tim at Ridge Life. That's how he seems to treat his chickens and bunnies. He treats them really well, and then time's up. My chickens are more like, see, this is the other one, baby, but she's kind of old, so I get afraid of picking her up and stuff because she's getting a little bit more cranky. She actually was my mom's cat, and she was moving from her house into a little retirement community, and so she was going to have to take her somewhere, and I didn't want her to end up getting put down, so I told her that I would take her. So she's a little bit more cranky, so I get a little scared when she's bit me a couple of times lately, so. And she didn't used to do that, so her personality is changing. Right now, she's saying, I want some attention.
Love on me.
I don't know what you're doing, but you need to give me some attention right now. So she treats the kittens like they're her kittens. Obviously, they're not because they're orange and she's black and white, so.
Massage is an amazing morning light, what it can do for your pup. Probably appreciates that. What kind of dog do you have, morning light?
Can you take baby head?
Just set her down.
I can't. Right. Take her. She's distracting.
She just wanted some loving.
Yeah, she did. Daddy'll love on her now.
Daddy's coming for Christmas. She can come and get the daddy.
Let's see. Let me put up this comment.
That would be really fun.
Layson would love that.
Yeah, he'd probably be good at it.
That would be
Shed
super
Wars
fun.
for kids. Let's start a new hashtag.
Hmm.
I bet
think
the kids would be pretty good at it.
I think there's a good handful of channels that have kids. Like I know
I've
Amy's
never involved.
kids are in the videos on Shed Wars, I believe.
Yeah, there are. I think it's good to learn these things. I mean, I learned from watching my dad. So.
Yeah, that's how I learned. I've been gardening probably longer than I can walk. We both grew up on farms. I hadn't even gone to a grocery store until I can't believe I'm gonna say this on YouTube, till I was about 10 years old. I had never gone to a grocery store before.
Oh, wow.
So we grew up in a true like homesteading. Everything was put up. I think my parents went to the store maybe once or twice a year, a couple times a year. And then as my mom went to work, it was more and more we did at home. And so Tony grew up on a farm, a little bit different than me, though. I think he was a little closer in town and those things. But I've been gardening. You just learn how to plant those seeds and they come up and you just keep trying, and it's fun to share it.
Yeah, there were times when we had some property that was almost like a farm, but there were other times we lived in the middle of the city and there would be like a major road right next to us, next to a highway, and there'd be the access road right here. And we still had a full garden in our yard. And all we had really was a chain link type fence around it. And my dad had that yard looking so nice. And every time I go by that house, I think, you guys have really messed up that house because it was so beautiful when we lived there and my dad took such good care of the yard. And the people who moved in my parents' house, I went by there one time and I saw how bad it looked, and I never went back again because it's just a shame.
It hurts the heart to see that, because
It
you have
does.
such fond memories, and you know how beautiful it can be if it's taken care of.
That's right. Yeah, he always took care of the yard and everything, so he did a really good job at that. He's
Tony is at his max TV time, Gail.
Yes, I understand. Yes, I understand. Well, I wasn't planning on going any 6.5 hours or anything like that. So um, I don't know if you have anything else to say. Does anybody have any questions for Daylene at Montys in Motion? When is your birthday?
My birthday? December 28th. I just had it.
Oh, so you're a Christmas baby.
I am almost a Christmas baby. Yep. And it was so sweet. Sandy, Suburban Homesteader, Wyoming, had reached out to me. We've become good friends on YouTube. I've been watching her channel long before we had a channel, and she asked us to be in her hot seat, and I would never turn Sandy down. I was, "Whoa, you want me to what?"
Yeah,
It was
she's
quite,
one of the channels that's a big channel, but
yeah,
still takes the time to listen to people. Uh,
right.
a long time ago, even before I got anywhere near 500, she was listening to me and sending me garlic. And I mean, I don't know how she keeps up with it all, but she always refers to me and talks to me and stuff. So
She's such a kind and so incredibly knowledgeable as well, like just a brilliant woman when it comes to gardening and homesteading.
yeah,
So she had reached out, asked us if we wanted to be in her hot seat, and what a privilege. And we said yes, and she was super sweet. She did it on my birthday, so it was the very sweet birthday gift.
oh, I'll have to go back and listen to that. So she actually had you on, like doing like an interview and stuff.
She does a once a week every Monday. She calls it the Monday Night Hot Seat. Lala Farms has been in it. Doug from His Way Homestead, Tim from Ridge Life. And I know there's been other handfuls, and I watch all the channels that have been in it. She always has great recommendations. And she does like a 3 to 5 minute video on your channel and just really shouts your name out. And I think we got about 30 subscribers from that.
Wow, that's awesome.
Really awesome.
I on New Year's Eve when I was doing my live, I got one of those love raids by North Shore Preparedness, where I had about welcome Tina Ladybug, where I had about 21 people or so in there, and then all of a sudden there was like 51 people or 60 people in there. So they went in and they were just typing little hearts and love, 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 and all this stuff, and I didn't really know what was happening. And there was about 4 or 5 people up. I think John, Will It Grow, Down Under Farm and Forge, Joel's Small Gardening, and maybe Jason Avers was all up at that time. So I didn't have a real good reaction, but I could see the numbers were clicking through, and there was a bunch of people in there because all of a sudden it just started scrolling a bunch of comments.
And when it does that, I imagine you can't keep up because it's hard to go back. You're just trying to follow.
I was trying to get a word in with all the guys, and then finally I just started saying thank you so and so, da da da, and I just started shouting, and I was trying to tell John, so he would stop talking like for a minute, so I could tell him that hey, there's a bunch of people in here all of a sudden. So then finally he figured
Right.
it out, and he was like, oh, okay. And this is where he's acting like the team leader, and he's like, oh yeah, this is where you say, hey, if you're not subscribed to me, subscribe, hit the thumbs up, and stuff like that. So I said that because sometimes I don't think of things at the time. But Andrew Allsworth, I haven't seen this name before. Have to go back and see if this person has a channel.
Hello, Andrew. Thank you for coming in.
Or if they're just somebody who happened to come across us somehow. Let's see.
Hi, Tina Ladybug. I don't believe I know your channel. I will check you out this evening.
I was playing around in StreamYard earlier and I figured out how to make these little labels a color. Because I was just sitting there, you know, waiting for it to start. I figured out how to change the color on it. So if I play around with stuff, I'll figure little details about things out.
That's so funny because when I was typing in the MontysnMotion, I was like, why is it pink? Did I do that? Oh man, I'm messing it up again.
I was actually trying to pick like blue or purple, but for some reason pink is the color that stuck. So I was like, okay.
Pink's good.
It.
Hello, Old Reading Farm. Thank you for coming in.
Yes, welcome.
And I don't know why I can't think of your names right now. I feel horrible. Tell me your names, Old Reading Farm, again. I watched so many of your videos. I could probably tell you your Great Danes names.
I know.
But I can't remember theirs. I remember your pets' names. Sorry.
Let me just refer to you as Brian and Miley and Willow. You know, over there at Tony, we know his dog is Willow. You know, so
I'm waiting for
somebody
to just call us Murphy and Rosie, and it's like, oh yeah, that's our dogs. That'll be good.
That'd be funny. Catherine and John.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Oh yeah, Pepper's a baby. I want to take Pepper home so bad. I love watching that pup. Hi, Canadian Cabin Girl. I didn't see them come in.
I haven't really seen her around lately. I was watching some of her videos, but I think she doesn't use her channel as a channel anymore. I went back and there was no videos.
I had that, and we've talked a couple of times. I think she just might have made it private like that, but I'm not sure. Come here, Murphy. Come here, boy. Come here. Come here. Here's my little terrier.
Oh,
he's gonna be a little nugget. Now here's the problem. The German Shepherd, you're gonna see this because she's like a jealous lady.
What do you do with my sister there, or brother?
Yeah, right. Like you're holding the lap dog. You can hold me too. I'm only 75 pounds.
Exactly. No big deal, Mama.
Lay down. Lay down.
So where you guys live, is it pretty much within a city, in an apartment type thing, or?
So we're in a house. We're actually in a very unique house. It's the first house that was incorporated into Depot Bay. And if we don't end up selling it, I'm going to try to get funding to get it put in the historical. And I don't know a lot about that yet, but it was Chief Depot's house. I don't know if people, really want a Depot Bay history, but it's, this is a city that wasn't incorporated until like the 50s, I believe. And so this house has been here much longer than that, but the house doesn't get incorporated until it becomes a city here, like if you're not in the city. And so it's crazy old house. And so it's unique, let's say that.
Yeah.
But no, we're in a house. Our yard is incredibly small. It's the smallest lot you can own, period. And
be here, and then it's grandfathered into all these old clauses, and so like it would never get traditional lending or that type of stuff on it because it's on post and beam.
Yeah.
But Depot Bay is really small. I think there's 3,000. I would have to confirm that. It's a very small community, and we're literally right in the middle of the Oregon coast. So directly on the central Oregon coast. So if you know where Lincoln City is or Newport, maybe where Free Willy was, Keiko for a while. I don't know if
Okay.
anyone knows that. I usually
Free Willy?
reference,
The
yeah, I
movie?
usually reference that, and people know where Newport is. And so we're
Montys
about
in
10.
Motion is in Oregon. Eric Hale was asking.
Oh, sorry. Yes, Depot Bay, Oregon. No, I would not. 165 pounds is crazy big, Old Reading. That is definitely not a lap dog.
No.
Here I am whining about 75 pounds. That's still big.
Yeah. What was that dog that your uncle has? Is that a Great Dane?
It's beautiful here, Eric. Hopefully you make it west sometime. Where are you located, Eric Hale? What state are you in? Indiana. Okay.
Good night, Morning Light. Thank you for stopping by.
Thank you, Morning Light.
Indiana. There's several channels in Indiana. Welcome,
Yeah.
Jason.
Hi, Jason. I'm used to seeing you up here with Gail.
Yeah. He's been up with me twice. And then I went on his one night. So we've been up on YouTube 3 times already.
What time does Jason do his lives?
I think he had one today or Monday.
I'll have to look.
Jason, what night do you have your lives on, and is it a regular thing? I'm going to make a schedule. I'm going to write down a schedule of everybody's lives. If they're lives that are like always scheduled, Wednesday at 7. Oh, okay.
Okay.
Wednesday at 7. I think he's doing his live on perennials.
And he's Central Time? Okay. I have to get the times figured out. Sometimes I'm like, oh, Central. Okay, I'm Pacific. Hold on here.
Yes. I get a little confused about that. I have to ask my husband. He's better with that than me. Time zones and stuff. The permaculture lectures.
Okay.
Jason is quite a gardener there. I've listened to his videos, and he's pretty well informed. So I know where I'm going to send my questions to.
He always seems really knowledgeable on the lives. I've watched a few of his videos, but I will get on one of his lives then.
Yeah, he's got some good background knowledge. I was listening to him today. Some of his gardening videos that he had. And I was also listening to Boone Shaw on her Shed Wars videos. So I like to go back and listen to their Shed Wars videos to see what kind of tips and tricks I can learn from them. Because what they did last year, I can learn from now. Good night, Canadian Cabin Girl.
Thank you.
Thank you for stopping by.
I know John grows in pots, like his peppers and that. Do a lot of the other people in Shed Wars grow? I mean, I've watched some, but not a whole bunch of them.
Yeah, there's a lot of, well, actually, one of the rules is you have to grow something in a pot. I'm going to do some in the ground, some in raised beds, some in planters, and some in pots. I actually started, like, as I get money together, I'll go and buy some pots. So I'm going to do quite a bit of pots. I actually started making little labels, just trying to get ready since I have time now, typing up little labels to put on mine so I know what's going to go everywhere. So I can get a plan, because I've never planned it on the scale in which I'm about to do. So I'm trying to stay organized with it. So I want to draw up a little map of where I'm going to put everything. And I've already written down all my seeds, what seeds I have. So.
That'll be good. You have a very large space. You have a nice growing space there in your yard.
That's backyard, and then we have a little strip there, like a flower garden on the side. But I think I'm actually going to put tomatoes in there. But I think I'm going to try some in a pot too, just to show them, okay, this is in the ground, and this is how it'll work in a pot. So show a couple of different methods. You know, maybe grow some bell peppers in the ground, and then also grow one in a pot, and just kind of show a little bit of the varying. This is how it grows with this, and how it grows with that. So just I've had a bunch of seeds sent to me, so it'll be interesting to try some different stuff. John had about 20 different kinds of peppers, and I was just determined I was going to get something besides your regular tomatoes. So we ordered some chocolate striped tomatoes. So that's going to be my first time for that. And also, I wanted gem corn, but I ended up getting the Indian corn. It's the kind that has the little colors on it. Welcome, Best Yet Journey.
So just always remember, like with your tomatoes, if you have a tomato and it's delicious, like you go buy an heirloom tomato, like early spring or something like that, and you can't find that seed, just use those seeds from that tomato and try to plant them.
Yeah.
In our tomato video, we, like a lot of people, I guess some people don't know this, that you can stick seeds in anything and it'll almost grow, like, will it grow well? Not if the conditions aren't there, but it will try to grow. And so on our tomatoes, we just sliced the tomato in half and stuck it in the ground.
I saw that. I saw you do that. I saw Will It Grow take and put it in a thing, and like where it separates the seed from the little membrane part. And I was like, that sounds hard. I would rather just buy seed, unless seed's not available or something. But it was like a week or two process he was going through there. I was like, that sounds hard to me. But yeah, your method with the tomato, that's a great idea. I'm going to try that this year.
It's convenient. It's super easy. And we yielded gallons of tomatoes.
Yeah. So you just cut it in half and stuck it in the ground, or did you cut it in little pieces and bury little pieces of it?
If you're using like a large heirloom tomato, we do a lot of cherry tomatoes because that's just the preference of what our little guy likes to eat. And so the cherry tomato, literally just right in half and in. You're going to have to thin it, but with tomatoes, you can still restart all of those thinning plants and give them away. I must have gave away about 50 tomato plants.
Yeah. That's cool. That's neat. I need to try that.
But the large tomato, you're going to want to use just a slice of it. That's going to be so many seeds that it's going to be too many. So just use a little chunk of the seeds, like the tomato, and use, like, maybe slice the bottom part with just a few seeds.
That's what I was thinking. If you cut it in like quarters or smaller, you could just do it like that. Would be a lot easier, because that process John went through with the tomatoes, I was like, there's no way I could ever be patient enough to do that.
You-
Like pumpkin seeds and cantaloupe seeds and zinnia seeds, those are so easy, but tomato seems like a really long, drawn out process to me.
It's just it's time consuming. Like Jason had said on there, it's not hard, but you have to wait. It's not like you can't, my seeds aren't done tomorrow.
Right. Yeah, and I really need space to do that too. I really need actually a grow light so I can start some seedlings indoors. But I don't have it right now. So if I get the greenhouse, then I won't really have to worry about that. I can just start some things out there. But I feel like the day Shed Wars starts, I want to have something to actually show.
Right.
I don't want my first day to be me putting seeds in the ground. I want my first day to be like, hey, look, I got this, I got that,
Do you start anything inside? How much do you start inside?
I have gone over some videos and marked my calendar, and I'm going to try that. But for that to really be successful, I really need to buy a grow light. Unless we get the greenhouse, then I could put them in there.
Okay. So I start a large abundance of my seeds inside. I start my radish, my kale, my usually broccoli, all those things. And like radish, I do year round here. I can do radish year round and get all the time. So I start all those seeds inside without a grow light. Just pop them on a tray and put them by the window once they come up, because they don't need light when they're in the soil.
That's true. That's true. Welcome, Crystal's Pets and Plants. Yeah, I'm gonna have to try that. I actually have kale still growing. Kale and parsley I have still growing on my front porch. Just because it's easier to water out there for the off season. I could have grown some things in the fall and winter, but I was like, I'm just going to put my effort toward growing the things for Shed Wars. So, shop lights from Walmart to start plants. My thing is if I put them in the window, I have to protect them from the kittens. Because they're less than a year old, so they're still quite rambunctious. So I could literally be putting seed in there that they could be dropping on the ground. I would literally have to block that window out, and every time I watered it, I would have to put it back, so that they wouldn't destroy what I was doing. So
They would definitely need some protection.
yes. Now I do have one of the stepdaughter's rooms has a good shelf on it in there that I could use. But since it's out of sight, that would make it a little harder to remember. Let's see, March on your calendar. Yeah, I watched a video from M.I. Gardner, and he was talking about when to start your seeds indoors. So I did make some marks on my calendars for those different plants. I don't remember them all because I wrote them down, but I am going to try the seedlings indoors. But
What growing zone are you in, Jason? What is Indiana? You're in he's in Indiana too?
he's in
Right?
Oklahoma.
Oklahoma, sorry. Is Oklahoma near what yours is, Gail?
It would be. I mean, it would be closer than. It would be more like. I mean, his would be more like mine than yours, obviously, because you're way
Right.
off. Whereas Texas and Oklahoma are closer.
We don't have any real freezing weather typically on the coast, so it's really different when you're on the coast. But we don't
Yeah.
have any heat either.
7A. Yeah, I was going to say it was
7A.
7A.
Okay.
So, yeah.
And did you say that's what you are as well, Gail?
No, I think mine is more like 8B. 8B.
Okay.
I think it's more like 8B. It's about 2 zones south of me. So, how do you find out what your growing season is? I think you do it on Google. You go on Google and you punch in your growing zone, freehandly made, which is harder for me because I'm in a really small city. So I have to kind of just pick what Dallas is and what Abilene is, and it would be something like that because it doesn't actually come up my little bitty city of Breckenridge. So I have to kind of just guess what Abilene is and what Dallas is, kind of. Probably the closest person to me would be May's Homestead Chronicle. He's over in Fort Worth. That's probably the closest channel to me. So he would probably be the person I would need to ask about certain things. But I was hearing about some people putting out their onions already, so I don't know. Yeah. Did you see that freehandly made? Did you see that where he put that in?
Yeah.
All right, Daylene, I think I'm going to go ahead and end the live.
Perfect.
Thank you for stopping by. If you guys haven't subscribed to MontysnMotion, go by and subscribe, watch some of her videos, make some comments, fully subscribe, and thank you guys for stopping by.
Thank you,
And
friends.
have a great night.